What you're about to hear will shake the very foundation of professional wrestling as we know it. And I'm not being dramatic. I'm not clickbaiting you. This is real. This is happening. And WWE just went completely dark. Right now, as you're watching this video, Triple H and Roman Reigns have delivered news so devastating, so earth-shattering, that the entire wrestling world has been thrown into absolute chaos. Social media is exploding. Wrestlers are posting cryptic messages, and fans, millions of fans, are demanding answers. But here's what makes this even more infuriating. WWE knew. They knew this was coming, and they said nothing. They kept us in the dark while they watched their empire crumble from the inside. Hello, viewers. If you're new here, please don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button for daily updates on WWE Raw. I'm about to expose everything they tried to hide. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to understand why this isn't just another wrestling controversy. This is the moment that changes everything. So buckle up, WrestleScope family, because what I'm about to reveal will leave you absolutely speechless. The shocking announcement. Let me set the stage for you, because this didn't happen the way you think it did. 3 days ago, Triple H called an emergency meeting at WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. Not a regular creative meeting, not a wellness policy discussion, an emergency meeting. The kind of meeting where security guards are posted at every door. The kind where phones are confiscated. The kind where what happens inside those walls is supposed to never get out. But it did get out, and what we learned is absolutely terrifying. According to multiple sources close to the situation, Triple H stood in front of the entire executive team, key superstars and board members, with a document in his hands. Not just any document, a legal memorandum that detailed something so catastrophic that grown men and women, people who've been in this business for decades, were visibly shaken. And then Roman Reigns walked in. Now, let me pause here because I need you to understand something. Roman Reigns doesn't just show up to corporate meetings. He's the tribal chief. He's the biggest draw in professional wrestling. He's the guy who carries SmackDown on his back every single week. For him to be there, in that room, at that specific moment, that tells you everything you need to know about how serious this situation is. What happened next is where things get absolutely insane. Triple H reportedly began reading from the document, and with each word, the temperature in the room dropped. People started looking at each other with expressions of disbelief. Some started whispering. Others pulled out their phones, frantically trying to verify what they were hearing. And Roman just stood there, arms crossed, jaw clenched, staring at the floor like the weight of the world had just been dropped on his shoulders. The document detailed a series of events that have been unfolding behind the scenes for the past 18 months. Events that WWE executives have been desperately trying to contain. Events that involve contracts, international broadcasting deals, talent relations, and something far more sinister that we're still trying to piece together. And here's where it gets even more disturbing. After Triple H finished reading, he looked directly at Roman Reigns and said 5 words that sent shockwaves through that entire room. 5 words that would change professional wrestling forever. We can't protect them anymore. Let that sink in for a moment. We can't protect them anymore. Who is them? Protect them from what? And why now, after all this time, are they suddenly unable to maintain whatever shield they've been holding up? The cover-up exposed. Now, before we go any further, I need to address something because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this is just another wrestling angle, another worked storyline designed to get us talking, another elaborate scheme to boost ratings and sell tickets. And normally, I'd agree with you. I've been covering wrestling long enough to know when we're being worked. But this is different, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. First, WWE immediately pulled all scheduled programming announcements for the next 2 weeks. Gone, vanished. The official WWE website shows TBA for shows that were supposed to have matches advertised weeks ago. Their social media, which usually pumps out content every single hour, went completely silent for 36 hours. Not a single post, not a single update, just darkness. Second, multiple wrestlers started posting the exact same message on their personal accounts within minutes of each other. Not similar messages, the exact same cryptic statement. The truth will set us free. Now, in professional wrestling, when you see coordinated social media activity like that, it's either a brilliant marketing campaign or a genuine cry for help. And given everything else that's happening, I'm leaning toward the latter. Third, and this is the part that should absolutely terrify you, several major sponsors have quietly pulled their advertisements from WWE programming. Not suspended, pulled. We're talking about multi-million-dollar partnerships that just evaporated overnight. Companies don't do that unless something seriously problematic is about to be exposed. But here's the smoking gun. Here's the piece of evidence that proves this isn't a work. A leaked email from a WWE executive to the legal team was posted on Reddit 2 hours after that emergency meeting ended. The email has since been taken down, threatened with legal action, scrubbed from the internet, but not before thousands of people took screenshots, not before it spread like wildfire across every wrestling forum and social media platform. The email contained 3 sentences, just 3 sentences, but those 3 sentences confirmed our worst fears. The situation has escalated beyond containment protocols. All parties have been notified of potential legal exposure. Prepare for full disclosure by end of week. Full disclosure. Those are the 2 most dangerous words in corporate America. When a company as massive as WWE talks about full disclosure, it means they're about to reveal something they've been hiding, something they can no longer keep buried. And whatever that something is, it involves Roman Reigns and Triple H directly. Roman's burden. Let's talk about Roman Reigns for a moment, because his role in all of this is absolutely critical. For the past 4 years, Roman has been the face of WWE. Love him or hate him, you can't deny that he's been the most consistent, most dominant, most heavily featured superstar in the entire company. His tribal chief character isn't just a gimmick. It's become a cultural phenomenon. He's transcended professional wrestling and become a genuine mainstream star. But here's what most people don't know. Here's what WWE has worked overtime to keep hidden from the public. Roman Reigns has allegedly been dealing with severe internal conflicts regarding WWE's business practices for over a year. Multiple locker room sources have indicated that he's been increasingly vocal about talent treatment, contract disputes, and what he perceives as unethical business decisions being made at the executive level. Now, I want to be very careful here, because Roman has never publicly criticized WWE. He's been nothing but professional in every interview, press conference, every public appearance. But behind closed doors, that's a completely different story. According to people who were in that emergency meeting, when Roman stepped forward to speak after Triple H's announcement, his entire demeanor changed. This wasn't the cocky, confident tribal chief we see on television. This was a man who looked exhausted, defeated, angry. He reportedly addressed the room and said something along the lines of, "I've carried this company on my back for years. I've done everything you've asked me to. I've sacrificed my body, my time with my family, my personal life. And now you're telling me that none of it mattered? That we've all been complicit in something we didn't even know was happening?" The room fell silent. Nobody responded. Nobody could respond. Because Roman wasn't wrong. Whatever the situation is, whatever WWE has been hiding, it's clear that even their top superstar was kept in the dark. And when someone like Roman Reigns, someone who's been given every accolade, every opportunity, every main event spot, feels betrayed by the company, that should tell you just how serious this really is. But Roman's involvement goes even deeper, and this is where things get complicated. There are reports suggesting that Roman might be one of the them that Triple H mentioned, that he might be one of the people WWE can no longer protect, which would mean that Roman himself could be facing some kind of legal action, career-threatening situation, or public scandal that's about to break. And if that's true, if Roman Reigns is about to be taken down by whatever this is, WWE doesn't just lose their top star, they lose their entire identity. Triple H's impossible position. Now let's shift focus to Triple H, because his role in this disaster is equally fascinating and equally heartbreaking. When Vince McMahon retired and Triple H took over creative control of WWE, fans were ecstatic. Finally, we had someone in charge who understood modern wrestling, someone who respected talent, someone who would lead WWE into a new era of storytelling and in-ring excellence. And for a while, he delivered. The product improved dramatically. NXT became a breeding ground for incredible talent. Main roster shows became must-watch television again. Triple H was being praised as the savior of WWE. But here's the thing about being in charge. Here's the harsh reality that nobody talks about. When you're at the top, when you're the decision maker, you're also responsible for everything that happens under your watch. Even the things you didn't create, even the problems you inherited. And according to multiple reports, that's exactly the position Triple H finds himself in right now. The issues that are currently imploding WWE allegedly began long before Triple H took over creative. They're Vince McMahon-era problems. They're systemic issues that have been festering for years, maybe even